Hey guys, my name is Manjunath, and in last video we have set up the views that we require. That would be home page and about page, and we have mounted the router properly so that it loads whenever we use the server which is running locally. And as you can see, the index view is showing us this particular HTML file, that is the template. And if you go to slash about, then we'll be able to see the about page. But if you have noticed something here in the home page and about page, we can see a lot of repeated stuffs here. That is, from here till here, the HTML is repeated, and this repetition is fine if it is like very small like this. But when you have like lot of text, like for example, if you have something like one nav bar here and lot of things go there, and you have to copy paste again and again to different pages, that is about page, home page, services page, etc. So in order to avoid that copy paste, imagine you copy paste it, and once if you copy paste and if you want to change something, for example, if you change this link as about us, that time you have to go to every single page and you have to fix that particular link. So that's not a really easy way to code any kind of HTML file, or as long as any kind of web application. That's why we are going to use some kind of templating feature, which I mentioned in last video. That is how Django provides us the templating and how we can use to do certain logical things here. So first of all, I want to create a base layout for this particular project. I'll show you how it is done. Just have to create one new file name, and we can name it as base.html. Once we name this particular file as base.html, we need to write any kind of HTML in here. Like if I just type exclamatory, and if I just type exclamatory and tab, the entire snippet is pasted here. I showed it to you in last video. So once this particular snippet is pasted, we just have to give any kind of name here. That would be my shop. Once I name this particular project, this particular file, that is base.html, I can directly go to body here, and I can literally create some kind of block here. If you don't understand this now, don't worry, but you will understand once I complete this particular project file. And once I create it, it will be like so much easy to work with the Django. So let me get started using Django templating. So I just have to put curly braces and percentage, and you have seen it properly. It is curly braces and percentage. Once I put this particular thing, I can type block content, and once I type block content, I need to end that particular block. That I can do by telling end block, and I just have to type this much things. I don't have to write anything inside this. Once I write this particular thing, now this particular base.html file is usable throughout any pages we create here. So let me explain you what does it mean. So if you see here, you can see uh, my shop written over here. Okay, so let me just remove entire thing and just type h1, and I'll just write it as hello world. So if I just refresh here, you can see there is nothing printed out here. That indicates this particular page doesn't have any kind of title tag. So how we can extend this particular base.html to this particular home.html file, and if we are able to do this particular thing right, then we'll be able to see the title of base.html in this particular file. So let me show you how it is done. Just have to go to home.html and remove whatever the content you have, and we just have to type percentage symbol with the curly braces like how I written in the previous page, and we just have to type here extends, and we have to type the name of the file, that is base.html. Once I type this particular thing, now this particular page have access to that particular base.html tag. But if I write something in here, it won't be displayed as of now because it doesn't know what particular thing to display here. That is, in this particular file, here we need to make sure that particular hello world comes and displays, making this particular my shop remain same, and it can display the hello world here. So let me go to home page and make this thing work. Just have to do exactly same like how I did here, so I can just copy paste it. You understand, like, focus here carefully so that you won't make any mistake. Once I type this block content and end block, I just copy pasted from this particular file, that is base.html. You can directly come here and you can start typing whatever you want that page to display. That is, hello Django is awesome. Once I type this particular thing, if I refresh, you can see hello Django is awesome with my shop title over here. But if I go to /about, I am seeing the same as my shop about us, which is inside this particular about HTML. In order to make this particular page work with that base HTML content, we just have to again do percentage curly braces with the percentage symbol, and we can type extends, and we can type here the name of the file which we want to extend it with, and once we write that, we need a content block. That is, we don't forget percentage symbol here. Once you put the percentage symbol, and we can type content block content, and here also we need to end the block which we started, that is end block. Once I end block, I can directly type whatever I want here, and you can see about us with my shop printed here. So that's all for this video, guys. You have learned how you can like create the layouting easy. But before we go, I just want to like teach something else here. In this particular file, if you put something, for example, if you put some kind of text saying my shop, that time what it happens, it is displayed in both files, that is about file as well as index file. That's why it's so much easy for us to create any kind of link between every file, so that we don't have to repeat again and again. So easiest way to do this particular thing would be, example, if I put one link here which sends us to slash, that is home page, and if I put another link here which sends us to about page, that is about, you can see how easy for me to do something here. It will go to about page and it will go to home page. So it's so much easy with the Django to create this templating problem, and as you can see, templating problem solver, and as you can see, this particular page doesn't have any kind of repeated text. Only what is required in this home.html we can put here, and everything else that is CSS files or any kind of script, everything can be linked with this base.html, and we don't have to look at it again and again, but it can be reused in home.html and about.html and tons of files which you create here. And another thing which we can do is, instead of putting this particular thing here, we can create another file called as we'll just create another file and we'll name it as inc. Different people have different way of doing this, but I like to keep it as inc, that means includes, and we can directly type navbar.html. Once I name this as navbar.html, I can just cut this particular thing from this page, which will make this go away in this page, I can directly come and paste it here, and I can go here to the base.html, and instead of like extending something, I can just include that file in here. That we can achieve. It can be achieved by typing include and inc folder slash navbar.html, which is the file which we created here inside templating directory inc folder, and inside that navbar.html. If I just put this particular thing, still this particular thing works, and you should understand how easy to make the content work in this particular thing. Meaning you don't have to repeat any kind of thing. Imagine there are like 7 links, and if you change one particular link, if you don't follow this layouting feature, we have to go to 10 files and we have to edit manually the link of any one particular link which we change. Usually when we are developing something, we tend to change the name of about to about us and different things. That's why this particular feature is very useful, because you just have to come to this particular file and you just have to change something in here, and every page will get that particular change. So let me create same for the footer also. Let me go to base.html. No, before I go to base.html, I just have to go to inc folder and I have to create a new file, and we can name it as footer.html, and I'll just put a p tag which says copyright my shop 2021. If I just do this and if I come here and paste, not paste, I'll just copy this particular thing and paste here and change the name as footer.html. This autocorrect is giving me a problem in here, but it's okay, now it's fine. So it gives us the this is little bit problematic in the Django, so I'll just put the footer tag in here, then I'll just paste it inside this so that it works. So you can see copyright my shop 2021, and if I go to about pages, still I can see the same copyright message. So that's all for this video, guys. Don't forget to subscribe if you are liking this series. So in next video we are going to create models, and we are going to do some things with the database. So I'm excited for it, guys. See you soon.